Alright, now we're ready for our first property, at least the details for our first property. So we need to go down to this Add Section button here, click on that. We are going to start with our lowest scoring property for our title. Everything else we can leave the same and just click Next. And now in our text box here, we're going to do a bunch of typing, but we only have to do it once, and then we're going to copy it from here and paste it in for our other properties. So we're going to start off with the address. So our lowest scoring property was 180 Monarch Park Avenue. Do a space and then put in the score, which was 0 in our case. Then do a space and a /, which is right under the question mark, and then do 25. Press the return key twice so we get a blank line in there, and then we're going to type in details from the survey and press return again. We want to now make some bullets, so we're going to click on our bullet tool up here to get our first bullet. And this is also when you want to get your guide to rating scales, because we're literally going to be typing out what the headings are for our different columns that were on our guide. And so our very first one was the % front, that is garden. Then do a colon and a space, and let's type in what you actually got for that property. Now this is when you need to turn the tablet back on, and on that sort of photo listing result page that we had from submitting, there's now a details button for each property. So click the details button for the lowest scoring property, and you will see all the choices that you made for that property. Now for us, the % that was garden was 0 to 9%, and then press return. The number, press return. Press return, and now we're into the additional features. Press return. Press return. Then we have the, and our last one. Press return twice now to get rid of our bullets. And at the bottom here, we're going to type show on map. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but not very pretty. So now we're going to try and fix stuff up. So our first line here, let's select that, and we're going to change the size. So click on the size tool here, and we're going to make this 20. And our actual score, just the score itself, we're going to make red so that it's really obvious. Our details from the survey line, we're also going to change the size of that, but let's change that to 14 and make it bold. And then we're going to take each of our results and make that red and bold so that they really stand out. Last, our show on map, we're going to make that also 14 and bold. Now we want to copy all of this so we don't have to type it out every time, and do that a couple ways. The best way is to use keyboard shortcut, hold down the Command key right near the spacebar and press A to select all. Or you could use your mouse and select everything, whichever. But to copy, let's use a shortcut, so hold down Command and then press C to copy. You could also right click and choose copy, but we like the shortcuts, don't we? And before we leave this last thing, let's actually make this show on map do something, because right now it doesn't. So select that and come to the main stage actions here and click that tool, and then we want to click on this thing that's a pin on a map for locating an address or a place, and we're looking for 180 Monarch Park. Now if you forget where your streets are, you can look at the map on the back of your clipboard, but also the street names are all on the map here. So here's Monarch Park, there's 180. Let's zoom in so that we can see it really closely, and we're going to click on this marker and drag it to be sort of in front of the yard here at 180, something like that. And then just position everything right in the middle of this window here. I think that's going to make sure that the link zooms in right on the middle when you click on it. Let's click apply, and we can click add. And last but not least, let's go up to the corner and click on the save button.